Hey guys, welcome to Newegg Now. I'm your resident egghead, Andrew James. If we've learned anything from this crazy year, it's that we as a society all need more than one way to stay in touch. Sure, emails and phone calls are great, but when you haven't seen your loved ones for days or even weeks, words and voices sometimes just aren't enough. What we want is to be able to be closer to those people in a more meaningful way, to better look into their eyes, see the smile on their faces, and actually feel like you're interacting with another human being, or your boss. Unfortunately, holodecks and the Oasis, Ready Player One, great book, read it, are still a long way away. So where does that leave us? Sure, most phones have a front-facing camera, which is great for video calls. But what if you need something for longer calls or work meetings or a tech addict anonymous session? Webcams, of course. Like phones, most modern laptops have webcams built in, but they're very often not exactly high spec and don't offer much in terms of flexibility or placement or angles or width of view or all those technical things. If you are looking to get more FaceTime, small f, small t, out of your web calls and meetings, perhaps you are in need of an upgrade. And wouldn't you just know it? I might have just the thing here for you. What are the chances? Introducing the NEK Tech USB video camera. So, let's start where all things, except paradoxes, time travel, and maybe subway trains do, at the beginning. What's in the box? An instruction manual, which, once again, has really tiny words, and the webcam itself. And there you go, that was simple. But many great things start with a simple reveal. So let's move straight along to the always and forever important initial impressions. The fact is, like with the reveal itself, there really isn't that much to be said. That's not a positive or a negative, it's just the fact that, well, it's a webcam. It feels very, well, webcam-y-like. Joking aside, when I received this unit, the first thing I actually noticed was the box it came in and the unit's tagline. Make your miss distance shorter. Grammatical issues aside, it's just nice. Like I said at the start, I'm sure that this year in particular, a lot of people have been feeling the distance between themselves and their loved ones, their friends, their clients, their colleagues, whoever. And this tagline just reminded me, as I'm sure it does you, that tech, like the NEK Tech USB video camera, does indeed try to help to make miss distances shorter, which can never be a bad thing. Apart from that, what else can I tell you of my initial impressions? Well, it does have a very streamlined look with no extra buttons or ports. Nothing to worry about, basically. The USB cable is very long, which 9 times out of 10 is always a good thing, and it's very light, which, considering the positions that most people will be placing the camera in, that's obviously good news. So that's what we have in our hands today. Before we take a deeper look at what this distance cruncher can actually do for us, let's take a look at what the manufacturer's fact sheet says. This is a full HD 1080 USB webcam. It's using advanced H.264 compression technology, it's plug and play with easy installation, and it has a built-in stereo microphone and noise cancelling. No fancy pants, unnecessary fluff here. The NEK Tech knows exactly what it is and what it's trying to achieve. Here I am, it shouts. Take me for what I am, no more, no less. Fair enough. Who's going to argue with that? Okay, so on to the nitty-gritty. Does the NEK Tech USB video camera live up to its understated promise of making miss distances shorter? Well, first a disclaimer. I, Andrew James, am not exactly a PC guy. Yes, here I am at Newegg Now, but PCs aren't my everyday work machines and neither are Macs. As such, the first machine I tested the NEK Tech on was my trusty Chromebook. It took a bit of finagling, but I was able to get several apps to recognize the camera, including Skype and Zoom. On the Chromebook, it wasn't plug and play. But that is more an issue, of course, of Chrome OS than it is of the camera itself. Having said that, as soon as it was detected by the OS, the red power LED did come on, and when apps actually started using it, the light bulb LED turned green to indicate that it was being used. While I was using it, I was impressed by how wide the camera angle was, almost double that of the built-in laptop webcam. The colors were much richer and the image overall much sharper. Sound being picked up was a tad quiet when it was coming out on the computer of the person who was running tests with, but again, that could have been a Chrome OS issue. Secondly, I tried out the NEK Tech on my backup PC. On there, things were a lot more straightforward and it literally was plug and play. As soon as I plugged the camera in, it was picked up by the PC, drivers automatically installed, and it was available for use in about 3 minutes flat. All the programs I tested saw the camera straight away, and both image and sound were picked up clearly as possible. On both machines, using the attachment clip, it was easy to fit without issue and was easily adjustable, both horizontally, depending on how wide I used it, and by using the ball head of the unit itself. Plus, the rubber coating on the grip made sure that there was no grip damage or scratches while it was being positioned or moved or taken off. A useful extra feature on the underside is the universal mount, meaning it can be attached to any universal tripod or mount that you may want to use for a more professional or wider shoot by being further back. So there you have it, the NEK Tech USB video camera. One of those products that literally does what it says on the tin. So, is it for you? That simply comes down to your needs. Without extra distractions and bits and pieces to distract and concern with, this plug-and-play camera is great for anyone looking for a straightforward solution to video conferencing or online video calls with friends or family. It's no frills, and it doesn't claim to be. It has one function, and if that's all you need, it suits you perfectly. Like what you've seen? The NEK Tech USB video camera is available to buy right now at the link below. For more egghead analysis from Newegg Now, be sure to click the follow and notify links below. Thanks for joining us today. I'm your resident egghead, Andrew James, and now you know.